Hi there, welcome to the latest episode of my 10-minute moan. The topic of this 10-minute moan is another arrest with multiple charges from a migrant at the Bell Hotel in Epping. And this is just getting a bit out of order. When I first seen this story, I thought it must have been about the previous, but no, this is a new one with this story just coming out today. And I'm going to use the Mail as reference for this one. And their headline is, with S assault after Ethiopian charged for attacking girls in a separate instance sparked protests. So this is, why am I not showing it there? There we go. So that's the headline, and the story goes, migrant residing at the asylum seeker hotel at the centre of a series of recent protests has been charged with a litany of offences, including S assault, weeks after another migrant was charged in connection with an unrelated separate incident. Mohammed Sharwarq, a Syrian, faces 7 charges linked to offences alleged to have been committed between July the 25th and August the 12th, which is yesterday. The 32-year-old is facing 2 counts of common assault, 4 counts of assault by beating, and a single count of S assault on a man. Contrary to Section 3 of the S Offences Act 2002. Bell Hotel in Epping on August the 12th, which was yesterday, before taking him in for questioning. Sharwarq was then charged and was due to appear in court today. A spokesperson for the force said Mohammed Sharwarq, a Syrian national who resides at the Bell Hotel Epping, has been charged with the following offences: 2 counts of common assault, 4 counts of assault by beating, 1 count of sexual assault on a male, contrary to Section 3 of the to have taken place between 25 July and 12 August. He's been remanded in custody and is due to appear at Chelmsford Magistrates Court today, Wednesday, the 13th of August. Officers are not currently seeking any other suspects in relation with this case. The Bell Hotel has been the epicentre of a series of anti-immigration protests held outside asylum seeker accommodation after a separate incident in which an Ethiopian migrant was charged with a series of unrelated S offences. Hadush Kebatu, 38, has appeared in court to deny 3 charges. I want to see that just now. Of S assault against 2 girls aged 14 and 16, inciting a 14-year-old girl to engage in S activity and harassment without violence. Kebatu is alleged to have put his hand on the 14-year-old's leg, asked her for a kiss, and suggested they make Jamaican babies in Epping over 2 days. Chelmsford Magistrates Court was told. He had arrived in the UK by small boat days prior to the alleged offence being committed, said to have happened between July 6 and 9. Scenes of protesters waving St George's flags outside the Essex lodgings have since spread to other accommodation across the country. Absolutely mental. So, what's going to happen now? Are we about to see another phase of possibly more going on at Epping? The one thing I want to do before I end this is I want to take his name and I want to stick it into Google just to see if there's anything else came up since I decided to do this video. Now this will take a wee bit longer than normal because my video right now takes up loads of stuff. And going to news and put that in sort by date, and let's see what comes up. So Telegraph, same story, Express and Star charged, and the last ones are 25 minutes ago, and none of them or comment about what's happened during the trial today, or the hearing today. So let's just see if they've got any update. Series of protests. Just seeing if there's anybody get any update on what happened at the actual hearing today. Nothing new to add. So it seems he's been at court today. God knows how that's went on, and we'll see what happens. So it's just madness. I was up in Peterhead at a protest on Saturday when I was asked to talk, and I've done a speech. It's on YouTube. I'll put it at the end of this video if anybody wants to see it. And there's a woman that invited the counter protest, one of them, to come up and explain to me why they were there, and one, to be fair, came up and didn't really explain why she was there, just made a bit of nonsense about some claims about what had been said by me at the event, which was a bit bizarre. Anyway, one thing she came out with, and she said, all these things, women that are getting S attacks and assaulted in Britain, it's all white men that are doing it. And I'd already said that in the speech, that we do have a lot of people in the United Kingdom already who are not very nice to girls, young people, and are females. So that's one skill shortage we're no shy on. We've got plenty of lunatics of our own. What I don't like is more coming into our country and committing these sorts of crimes. We've got plenty of them of our own to worry about and try and look after. So this just highlights my point of view. Now, that small town, Epping's not a massive city. It's not a city at all. And it's now got two in the space of, 2 months? July and August. Out of maybe 100 or so people there. That's quite a high proportion of the people in that hotel. And it's bonkers that they are from the same sort of corner of Africa. And one in Ethiopia and one, is it Morocco or something, so up the top right. So we don't need to be bringing more people that abuse or allegedly abuse women and children. We've got plenty. So is it any wonder that the good people of Epping are concerned for the safety of their young and their females when they have this amount of people banged onto their doorstep? Now, something else came to my mind yesterday. I tweeted about this yesterday. The tweet seems to have went down quite well. Or actually, it was this morning I tweeted about it. And when I said, why is it every week and almost every day, I'm getting information to me sent almost hourly some days, where there's more and more migrant hotels being given contracts. Almost a daily or weekly occurrence. And these contracts tend to be 5 and 7 years long. But why do we need any of these new contracts if the government believe in their own words that they're going to smash the gangs and stop these people coming in? And they could smash the gangs and still need hotels, because unfortunately, the people in the boats is not good. But I don't see how the people arriving in the boats add up to the amount of people in hotels. So the people in the hotels must be coming from other sources of illegal migration. Because if you think about the amount of hotels that we've got, and some of them will get processed and moved out of the hotels, and there's just more and more coming in, it doesn't add up to me. The numbers coming and arriving in those boats at a single point of entry don't add up to the amount of people we've got in our hotels. And certainly, if the government are as good as their word, we don't need more of them, because they keep telling us, despite the figures having gone up in our first year in government, they tell us that they're going to smash the gangs and stop the boats. So stop giving out contracts to new hotels every week if we don't really need them, which makes me find it difficult to believe a word you say. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, please. Put your comments below and hit the share button. If you've not already done so, please consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the notifications bell. YouTube will then tell you when I have another video coming out. But most important of all, unless you're the type of person that comes to this country and doesn't live by our standards and wants to put children and women in harm, or the type of people that want to justify this by saying stupid things like, well, white men do these things as well, then not you. Everyone else, have a great day. Cheery bye now.